Welcome to Brave Awareness. I'm Ronn McLean, meditation teacher, author, and poet, and someone who's done their fair share of surviving. This podcast isn't here to teach you how to fix yourself. It's here to remind you that you're not broken. These are spoken transmissions for modern minds, reflections, disruptions, and sacred interruptions. Let's begin. Patterns are not prisons, but they do feel like gravity sometimes. You don't even realize it until you're halfway through a reaction you've done 100 times and it suddenly hits you. I don't have to do it this way anymore. That's rerouting. And this episode is about the quiet art of choosing something different, even when your whole body wants to default. I've always been the one who keeps the house running. Bills, lists, groceries, laundry, lawn care, dog care, human care. And by the way, one of our dogs, Aurora, is paraplegic, so yeah, it can be a lot. I've kind of become the glorified house manager, not because someone asked me to, but because it helped me feel like I could control my environment in the face of uncertainty. I know where my keys are. I know where your keys are. I know what day the trash goes out. I care for Linda, our elderly neighbor, to keep her and her dog Barney up and running. And I know the exact tipping point where a protein blender bottle left on the counter for 8 hours crosses over into a personal offense. It's not that I'm trying to control everyone. It's that control is how I survive. Especially in a relationship where the other person's style is very different from mine. My husband Darren just left his job of 7 years and is starting a brand new one. Between the transition, travel to help his dad in New York, and an upcoming training in Orlando, he's gone a lot. And when he's home, he's fried, couch rotting, as the kids say. No energy, no structure, just decompressing. Meanwhile, I'm still operating at high level. He loses his keys. The Apple Watch and the iPhone are probably dead again. The dishes are wherever they landed. He has this uncanny ability to walk past the same mess for days like it's invisible. And this used to activate me in a huge way. Not just emotionally, but behaviorally. I would comment, nag, fix, rescue, and then silently stew about it all while unloading the dishwasher yet again. But this time, the cycle of him being gone, then back, then gone again, I've made a decision. I'm not doing it anymore. At least not in the same way. I told myself, this is the time to reroute. If his watch isn't charged, not mine to fix. If he needs something and didn't plan for it, not mine to anticipate. If his keys are missing again, I'm not the detective on call. That sounds small, but it's huge for me. Because for years, I've built my value on being the one who holds it all. And now I'm trying to let go, without falling apart. Of course, I still do some things. I still toss the blender bottle in the dishwasher when it starts to ferment. But I'm resisting the urge to comment on it. I'm breaking the let me just handle it reflex. I'm not nagging. I'm not micromanaging. I'm not holding his life together like it's my job. And what's wild? It's actually helping our relationship. Because when I stopped parenting my partner, we both started relating like adults again. Even if it's awkward, even if I have to bite my tongue, even if it's hard, This is rerouting in real time. Not perfection, not peace all the time, but change. And that's what matters. Look, we all have patterns, and most of them exist for a good reason. They got us through something. They made us feel safe. They gave us a role to play and sometimes an identity to cling to. But eventually, they start to suffocate the very peace that we're trying to build. Rerouting is the sacred space between trigger and response. It's the decision to choose differently, not because it's easy, but because it's time. And you don't have to get it right all at once. Just catching yourself mid-pattern is a win. Even just not commenting is a win. Even just saying, "This is not mine to fix," that's a reroute. And the more you do it, the easier it becomes to recognize. I don't have to live in this loop anymore. I'm allowed to write a new pattern. So here's your brave awareness practice for this week. When something irritates you, when your instinct is to fix, react, or rescue, pause and ask, is this mine to solve? Is this a pattern or a conscious choice? What would it feel like to respond differently right now? Remember, patterns are not prisons. They're just habits. And every habit is rewirable, one reroute at a time. And you're not here to be perfect. You're here to become aware. I'll see you next time. If this opened something for you, stay close. You can subscribe, share it, or just sit with what stirred. Brave awareness isn't a destination, it's a return. I'll meet you there again soon.